So who are you?
My name is Isaac Mogannam.
Yeah.
Owner of Phat Philly. Who are you?
I'm Robert Scoville. So
what's up, Robert?
I do,
Nice
I do
to
this
see you.
internet show where we're trying to understand how to get other businesses into the modern world. You know,
Awesome.
the Twitter, the Yelping, the Facebook, and also all the other stuff that's happening.
Right.
So you're a new business. 9
We
months. First of all, you're crazy. You opened your
Yes.
business like a month after Lehman Brothers crash. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was a couple of dark days, but it worked out somehow.
Yeah. And in 9 months, so you've only been around 9 months. You
Right.
already have 260 something reviews on Yelp.
Right.
How did that happen?
One customer at a time, actually. It's really how it happened, one customer at a time. We started serving simple, good food that was reasonably priced in this market. Cheesesteak, American Kobe beef, lathered in cheese for $7 to $10. Can't beat that with a bat. And slowly it just started gaining huge momentum. 1, 2, 3 reviews. I remember we got to 30 reviews when we were excited, then 50, then 60, and then all of a sudden now we're almost at 300. And the real honest truth is that it's one customer at a time.
Yeah.
One experience at a time, one response at a time.
How do people hear about you?
A lot of it is through word of mouth, internet foodie blogs such as like the Table Hopper or Eater SF. Also, we were published in 7x7 magazine a couple of times, San Francisco magazine, Bargain Bites in the SF Chronicle, as well as just recently winning a Best of the Bay Award in the Bay Guardian, which gives us tremendous exposure to for people to find us.
Yeah. And what has Yelp meant to you?
A lot, actually. Yelp has done a lot for our business in terms of value. Yelp has brought in probably, of all the new customers I get, I'd like to say somewhere between 40 and 60% of them come through Yelp, which is tremendously high. Mission, again, the mission is a huge Yelp territory, and a lot of people find what they're looking for through Yelp. That's just what it is. You type in a restaurant name on the internet, our Yelp website comes up before our internet website.
How did that happen?
I have no clue. So they're little magic ways,
Yeah.
but it works just as well.
Yeah.
So we don't mind it. That's perfect.
What tips do you have for other restaurant owners who maybe haven't heard of this Yelp thing? I mean, there's a lot of people around the world who
Right.
haven't heard of Yelp, and what tips would you have to them to make sure that you have a good Yelp presence? Because
Well,
a lot of people tell me that they're scared of Yelp.
well, one is I think you have to use it, and I wouldn't be afraid. I would take that fear you have of Yelp, embrace it, and use it to your advantage. Sometimes some of your best customers are customers who are upset or may have had a bad experience, and if you take the time to do your best to rectify whatever happened, those customers can end up being some of your best customers or customers for life. I've seen that many times with through Yelp. Like, thank you for your comment. I appreciate it, but we'd like to use your feedback to improve. Can you help us by telling us why it was simply okay and not good or great? Yeah. And hopefully he responds. There's a good chance he won't, but even if he doesn't, he'll at least know we responded, and hopefully that goes a long way. Yeah. And more importantly, at least other readers will be able to see, wow, you know what, this guy who owns his business was able to say, he's able to take their criticism and say, all right, yeah, we sucked. Thank you for your opinion. How can we do better at this? We like to acknowledge what may or may not have went wrong. We acknowledge it. Whatever the customer says, we acknowledge it. We always apologize and let them know that whatever happened, whatever the situation might have been, we're genuinely sorry for it. And usually if there's some clarification that's needed to put in there, we'll clarify.
Give me an example.
I will give you an example. For example, sometimes someone will post and say, oh, you guys are using the wrong rolls. These rolls aren't what they use in Philadelphia. And I'll go back and respond and say, kindly and respectfully, just so you know, we use Amoroso bread rolls from Amoroso Bakery in Philadelphia. These are not the only roll used in Philadelphia, but the most popular roll used in Philadelphia. And we'll send them a link and show them that we use it. And we'll say, nonetheless, thank you for your comment. We really appreciate your feedback. And we hope to hear from you again or see you soon. And it goes a long way. I mean, everyone sees life through a different lens, Yeah. So you have to take the time and look at that particular post and see what it is they're saying, what it is they may have been upset about or disgruntled about or just, mediocre about, indifferent, and address it. I think some of my favorite Yelpers to write to are the ones who are indifferent, because sometimes they give you like a 2.5, 3-star. It's like, okay, but not really. This is why. And then when you go ahead and take the time to explain whatever it is you want to explain to them, a lot of times they'll write back and say, wow, I didn't know that. Thank you for the information. Yeah. I didn't know you used American Kobe beef, or I didn't know you guys had Cheese Whiz. or whatever it is. You know.
I thought that was funny. You had all these exotic cheeses, you know, and then you could have cheese whiz too.
Right.
Like what?
Gotta keep the purists happy.
How many people actually order a cheese whiz?
A lot. It's probably lately. It's probably been like our second most popular cheese.
And why start this restaurant? What?
I mean, I guess the best answer to that is why not? You know, the place fell into my lap through some crazy long story, but basically the lady who was there before had a different concept. It didn't work out for her. She wanted out. I just knew I liked the location. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it yet, but I've always wanted to do cheesesteaks. I come from a gourmet hamburger family, if you will, and with the Burgermeister thing that, you know, I did in the past, and I think cheesesteaks are a perfect complement to this economy.
Yeah.
You know, street food is in right now.
Yeah. What does the mobile customer mean to you? You know,
and are you thinking about how to get people to use their iPhone to come in your restaurant, or how to use their BlackBerry or whatever?
Absolutely. Well, this is, for us as business owners, this is more of a new thing. In the last week, actually, I've had 2 different companies contact me about formatting our website so that's viewable on iPhones and BlackBerry, so the trend is picking up. Having said that, I think it's something that business owners just can't afford to ignore right now. It's worth making the conversion. It's worth paying the $200-300 fee to have your website converted, because I, like you, use my phone for almost everything.
Yeah.
Especially with a BlackBerry or an iPhone. Sometimes I don't even check my mail from a computer anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so I think ignoring that is a big mistake by business owners if they're gonna leave that off of their strategic growth model.
Very cool. Anything else you'd like to tell a geeky audience?
Well,
of other entrepreneurs?
I will definitely tell a geeky audience that definitely use your Yelp, speak your voice, and hopefully business owners who are savvy enough will respond, and the power of writing is tremendous. You know, by just calling and complaining, you get nothing, but if you write and say, hey, this is my experience, I came here with my date, it didn't work out, this is why, I love your restaurant, but I just thought you should know, there's a good chance you might actually get a response and maybe get a free dinner. How about that?
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're sold. We're fans. So thanks.
Rightfully. Thank you, guys.